Good morning, everyone. This is Karthik Dale. Once again, welcome to this webinar, 5 days webinar on this Power BI. So before I start, let me tell my expectations with you. See, while you're in this webinar, please keep your mobile in silent mode. In 1 hour, nothing is going to happen. So I request all of you to be on mute, all social media, and be here. And most of you are on time. Great, appreciate. And be enthusiastic. When you are enthusiastic, you can learn quickly, whether it is a Excel, Power BI, Python, it can be anything. Give response. I'll be posting many queries. Try to answer it, and at the same time, you can also give the you can also ask me questions. I'll happy to answer it. I'll happy to hear from you and do practice. Without practice, if you just listen, something like this, Power BI not going to work. So what you learn in this 5 days is what this Power BI components, what is a Power Query, what exactly is a Power BI, what are the components in it, what do you mean by data modeling, what is a DAX, introduction to DAX, and all the fundamentals related to DAX, how to write a good DAX functions, what are the important functions in the DAX, and creating interactive dashboards, and also interview related questions. So these are the things we are going to discuss in this training. Yeah. So this Power BI, right? Like nothing but BI, definition of BI. Like I'll be sharing this file with you. You can go through this, like because we have a very limited time. I don't want to get into this definitions kind of thing. I'll be sharing this with you. You can go through. However, just understand that Microsoft main agenda about this Power BI is like they want to bring life to data. That's what they even mention in their website also. Bring life to your data using Power BI. So every data wants to speak. If you have the 10 lakhs records, what is going to happen? I mean, what is happening in my company that management won't understand until unless they visualize the data. So that's where Power BI coming into picture. So you can visualize the data by using this tools like Power BI, Tableau. There are many tools are available. So where in this many tools where Power BI stands, that Gartner report and all, I'll be talking little about it. So so that Power BI is a data visualization tool. It is a data visualization tool. Data visualization is the graphical representation of information and data by using visual elements like charts, graphs, and maps. Data visualization tools provide an accessible way to see and understand trends and patterns in data. So this is kind of definition. See, this is not something new to you. Let's say most of your Excel users, and you know how to prepare the charts, how to prepare the graphs, dashboards, reports in Excel itself. Why I should learn the Power BI? So you'll get to know about this. So for data visualization, we use a Power BI. In this fourth generation, like in this generation, that data is a new fuel, not the petrol or something else. Here, the new fuel is a data. So if you know how to play with the data, you will be in a good position. So the importance of the visualization, if you see, just see, this is some sales data January, February, March, like month wise sales data, how many customers visited to our shop or store, whatever, and this is what the sales it is. So here around 2 years data we have. By seeing it, like understanding this data, when is the sales are increase, when is decrease, we don't understand easily. We need to see thoroughly until unless you see it clearly, you don't understand. However, however, if you see the same data something like this, the visualization way, you see this sales by month, customers inflow by month. Here we have the customers numbers, here is the sales numbers, right? Sales by month, like month wise. Oh, if you see this number is increased in the November and December, nothing but that might be the season, right? So here you can see the pattern clearly. Okay, why it is increasing in November, December? because it is a like for our business there is a good season business. So you can also see the number of customers increased in the November December again. So what is the percentage increase? What is the numbers? All this you can visualize easily. So this data versus visualization. So 80% of the people can understand the visualization better, that maps, graphs better than the this data one, the tables one. So you see this 80% people understand graphs and 20% people understand raw data. So majority people is understand that graphs, that visualization one. So that is the reason we need to know the some BI tool. Yeah, this images speaks louder than words. So if you see some of the BI tools, Power BI of course, and there is a Tableau, IBM Cognos, and there are many like ClickSense. There are so many 25 plus visualization tools are available in the market. However, this BI and Tableau or the Power BI and Tableau are the major part they capture in the visualization one. So if you see what is this Power BI kind of definition and all, Power BI is a desktop application. It is a Power BI is a desktop application. Actually, this Power BI started from the Excel itself. In the 2010 version of Excel, initially Microsoft started this BI concept in Excel by something called Power Pivots, then Power View, Power Maps, Power Query, and combining all those things into one, they bring the separate application called Power BI. So this Power BI, you can create a report. Given that no, yeah, you can create the reports in the Power BI desktop, and you can share it. Once you share it, like you can use it in the mobile, tab, computer, laptop, anywhere. Yeah. So that I'll talk in detail later. So I'll try to explain what is Power BI in simple words. See this. To prepare the visualization, that map or graph, or it can be anything, any dashboard, first of all, you need to have the data, correct? The data may not sit always in the one application. Most of you might be working with the Excel or Access. It can be anything based on the company to company, but most of the times data will be sitting in the Excel, even it is not a perfect database. Some people might be having the all the data in the databases. Yeah. So whatever. So you might be having the data in the Excel or SQL or MS Access or just plain text files or else in the websites. It can be anywhere. It can be multiple sources, multiple applications. You may have the data. So all the data we should able to connect. By using the Power BI, we can connect the data with the different applications. You can connect with the, like as I shown in this picture, you can connect with SQL, you can connect with the Excel, Access, this web, cloud, MailChimp. There are so many. This is not limited to this. Like you can connect with the in many applications, 19 and plus applications you can connect by using the Power BI. Once you connect the data, nothing but you're getting the data into Power BI application. Once you get the data, like it won't be in the format. Most of the times, what are the data we see that won't be in the format which we are looking for. We'll spend a lot of time to clean the data, to format the data, data crunching and all, right? So this will take really good time. Let's take example of the business analyst. If it is a business analyst, he is or she, like their main intention is to analyze the data, and 80% of the job they should spend on the analyzing data, and 20% should be formatting, cleaning the data and all. But in general, it happens reversely. Like they spend 80% on the cleaning the data, formatting the data, um, getting the data, and 20% only they'll visualize the data, they analyze the data. So if you want to make it correct, start using the Power BI. How it is, I'll show you. So again, come back. So this Power BI, in short, we are trying to understand. So using the Power BI, you can connect easily with the different applications. So once you connect that applications, that data needs to be transformed according to our requirement, according to that need format or whatever you are looking for. See, Many times you might be getting data in the SAP, right? You download the data Excel file, so you will remove the empty rows or extra spaces, special characters. All this manual work every day you'll do it, right? Or weekly, monthly report, it can be anything. But this work you can assign it to Power BI so that it will transform the data. It will transform that whatever you connected, that data will be transformed. Um, this data will be transformed by using something called component called Power Query. Within the Power BI, we have something called Power Query. Power Query is an ETL tool. ETL means extract, transform, load. Extracting the data from the different applications and transform the data as per user requirement and load it back to Power BI. Yeah, so that is the transform. And if you connect the data and transform the data, later part, we call it something called data modeling or shaping the data. So data modeling, we need to do the data modeling. So this is the third step. Let me try to explain a little bit about the data modeling. See, you have all the sales data in the one application. Let's assume that is there in the SQL. So you connected using the Power BI, you got all the data and done some transformation as well. And you have one table called, let's assume this is a sales table, all the sales information, which product, what is the customer name, our ID, and which region we sold, and what is the price we sold. All that information there in the one table. But what is the cost of that product? You have it in the another table, right? So that table also again sitting in the SQL. Let's say you again connected and you loaded the data in the Power BI. So see this here we have all the sales information. This is the table you assume. These are the fields it is showing. I'll explain in detail later. So this is a sales table and here is a product table. So these two are independent until unless you create a connection between them, create a relationship between them. That we call it as a data modeling. If you don't connect, they don't interact with each other. These tables will be independent, but it needs to know, oh, this is our sales price, this is a product cost, all that information. So it needs to interchange the data. By using the relationship, it can be done. So in the third part, we do the all the data modeling one. And later, after doing the data modeling, and we'll visualize. In the data modeling itself, that writing the DAX functions and all, it coming to picture. So then visualize the data. You will visualize the data, nothing but in simple Excel terminology, I can say creating the chats, dashboards and all. So you'll create here. When compared with the Excel, how it is Power BI is more powerful than the Excel chats. I'll explain you. So, you will visualize all the data in the Power BI desktop. Okay. Once you visualize, that is with you. That file is with you. But this file, you need to share it with the. I mean, this visualization, our management wants to see it. Correct. For them only, we are preparing. Like say, we are a BI developer, right? So our main work is to create the reports and send it to management, right? So this data, this visualization is with me, but I need to share it with the my management. In that case, in general, typical Excel users, what they do, they'll prepare all the dashboards and all. They'll send that Excel file to other person through Outlook or Gmail or whatever. I mean, in office, mostly we use this Outlook, right? So we'll share that through Outlook or whatever. So, or you'll upload into some SharePoint, right? So few things will follow, right? So they'll download and they visualize it, right? But that's not a correct method of doing it because they don't know. I mean, after seeing it, like they'll ask for the few changes. You'll send that file again. So which is the latest one? They don't know. So this can happen. Um, so instead of all this, the traditional old method of sharing the files through Outlook, what we can do, like using the Power BI, in the Power BI desktop, you have some option called publish. Once you click on the publish, you can publish in cloud. So once you publish, like you can now also have option who all can see it, not everyone. So only in your organization, only particular people needs to see that reports and all that settings we can do. So once we publish, only those people will be able to see it. They can do slicing, dicing, they can visualize the data, like they can apply the timelines, all this, they can see it in detail. So you need not to share the file, just link you can share or just publish you can do. Multiple ways it can be shared. So one of the easiest ways is publish. So that's how we'll publish. Once we publish, that data, it will be in the cloud, so they can consume through mobile, whichever the version it is, whether it is a Windows or Android or it is a iOS. So this is how, in short, Power BI is. So once again, quickly I'll go through like what we discussed in the Power BI. In short, you see this, you'll connect the data from the different applications, then you'll transform as per your requirement, then you'll shape the data, data modeling we call it, and now you'll visualize the data. Once you visualize, you'll publish. After publishing, then you'll end user will consume that files, that visualization. Okay, yeah, this is about the Power BI in short. Any questions so far? You can type it in the chat box. Are we good? Okay, great. Thanks, Nitish. Fine. Let's get into practical. Enough theory now. Here is my Power BI desktop. You see this? You can download it from the internet. Like it is a free of cost. The pricing part and which is a free, which is what is a pro account. There are many things are here. I'll explain you later. But for individual purpose, understand that for practice purpose or like learning purpose, Power BI desktop is a free. Okay, so how to download and all, I'll be showing it ending. Like right now I already have the downloaded one, the Power BI software. Let me open this app, Power BI desktop. Once I double click, okay, couple of questions related to this Power BI. Okay, I'll be answering these questions. You see this, once I open the Power BI, this is how it will look like. Power BI desktop, collaborate, and what do you say, like sign in also. It will ask get started, sign in and all. You need not to do anything, just simply close this button, click on this. Now here you see this is untitled Power BI desktop. I'll compare with Excel because all of you are very familiar with Excel, right? Like every day, day in, day out, we work with the Excel a lot. So we can compare with Excel. When you open a new Excel workbook, what it will shows like that book one, right? Here it will shows untitled Power BI desktop. So by seeing it, we'll get to know that it is a Power BI desktop software. So this is untitled. We are not saved it yet. So that is the reason it is showing that untitled. If we save it, it will show that name. What are the name you have given? So for visualizing the data, we need to add the data. We need to have the data. Then only you can visualize. Then only you can do data modeling and all. Correct. So you see this import data from Excel. If you observe something like many times data will be sitting in the Excel. That is the reason import data from Excel. That is the first option they given, and like import data from the SQL. This is also again common one. Excel is not a proper database, but SQL is a database, relational database. So you can connect the data, you can get the data from the SQL. So that is the second one. Otherwise, paste data into blank table. This also it can be done. Or let's say you don't have any data, you are new to this Power BI. You want to have some data, sample data. Instead of you prepare it like I want to have some sample data, try a sample data set. You can click this fourth one also. This is something new actually. So fine, I have already files. Let me go to that files. Then I'll show you. Here is a raw data files. Let me take this Excel example itself. Second split data Excel file. Let me open this. Once I open this here, this is my Excel file where I have all my employee names. Some 30 employee names we have, 29 excluding that header. Yeah. So this is fine. All these employee names we have. So this data we want to get it to this Power BI. How to get it? Let me show you. Here is my Power BI. Import data from Excel. You can click on this. Otherwise, in the home ribbon, just like Excel, you will be having the ribbons here: home ribbon, insert ribbon, modeling, view, help, external tools, and all. So home, in home, data, in the data, you can click on the Excel. Once I click on this Excel, it will ask you where is your data is. So you can browse and you can give the path. Let me give this path. Wherever it is located, if it is located in desktop, select that desktop and give it. But I have that file in this path. I just copy pasted my URL, enter. So it went to this URL. Yeah, all these Excel files are showing here. So I'll select this file and open. It is connecting. Can you see that? Like for a fraction of a second, it was showing that connecting. If you remember the PPT where I was showing that like you can connect with the different applications. Now it is this Power BI is connecting with the Excel application. So it is connected like there is showing that navigator. So here there is a table 6, some name it is showing, and input. If I go back, what is this input? If you are trying to understand, let me open it this Excel file once again. If you see, this is the table, right? This table has some name. If you want to see that name, go to design ribbon and see that name called table 6. Yeah, that is a table 6. If you want to, of course, you can rename. So this is a table 6 and the sheet name is the input, correct? The sheet name is the input. Let me close this file, go back to Power BI, and that's what it is showing. Table 6, oh, all this table. And if I click on the input, it will show this all the data in the input sheet. So that is the difference. Do you want to import all the sheet data or table one? Luckily in this input sheet, like we don't have any other data sets. If you have it, it would have shown that other columns also. So we want to get the data from this table. Let me take this table 6. Let me select it. It is showing the preview, but you need to select this checkbox. Once you select the checkbox, these options are enabled. If you unselect this, these options are like, if you unselect this, it won't be enabled. Only cancel is enabled, correct? So enable this checkbox, and there are options like load, transform data, and cancel. If you load it, if you click on the load, nothing but this data, blindly it will load it to Power BI. But before doing this loading, instead of clicking on the loading, one trick, remember, always click on the transform data. Why we need to click on the transform data, I'll tell you. Once you do the transforming the data, then you can load it back, no problem. So let me click on this transform data. Once I click on transform data, whatever the data which is there in Excel, that table 6, same data showing here, same data showing here. So let's say what is our requirement is, instead of showing all these names like this, I want to split this names. I want to split this names into first name and last name, or first name, middle name, last name, whatever it is. In general, as a typical Excel user, what do you do? What exactly? How do you split this data? You can type it in the chat box. We write a formula. Jayasri saying Krishnam Raju used the space split function. Okay, flash fill. Oh, many different answers. Yeah, and delimiter. Yes. Okay. Okay. Um, I'm an Excel trainer as well, so I know all these options are great. Like flash fill, you can use it from 2013. onwards, 2013 version onwards in Excel. 13, 16, 19, all the versions you can use, but before that you cannot use. But what is the problem with the flash fill is it is a one-time use. If any new data is coming, then again it won't work. Like you need to give that option once again. So that is a problem with the flash fill. Whereas formulas, yes, you can use the left formula, search, mid, right, all these formulas. For that, you need to have some knowledge on the formulas. You should be at least intermediate level, then only you can write the formula, right? Otherwise, text to columns, that is a most easy one, and many people follow the text to columns. But what is the problem with the text to columns in Excel is it is again static. If any new data is coming every day, the new employees will keep adding, then you need to do it again, again and again every day. So instead of doing all this methods, I'll be showing one easiest way and simplest way, and it is a dynamic as well. So you see this once again. I'll quickly close this. I'll show it once again. I'll close this. What are the query it is? So what we have done, just open the Power BI desktop, and here I click on this Excel. We are trying to get the data from the Excel. I'll select that my file. I'll click on Open. Once I click on Open, it will show this table 6. What are the table it is? So this is a table. It is showing the preview. I'll enable it and click on the transform data. Once I click on transform data, it is showing all this data here. Our requirement, our goal is to make it first name and last name instead of just full name here. So, and also it should be in the proper case. Right now you see this, some of the names are in the proper, lower, or most of the, all of them look like a lower case. Some of them are in uppercase also. But I want to make it consistency. I want to maintain all of them should be in the proper case, right? Proper case. First word in each first letter in each word should be in the uppercase. That's what proper, right? So you see this, I'll select this employee name column, right click. Remember, if you know the right click, you know Power Query most of the part. So you can transform the data easily by just clicking the right click. Most of the things can be done with the right click. So you see this, I select this column, right click. Once I right click, you see all these options, copy, remove other columns. There are many options, but our requirement is to make it proper case. Here you see this, there is option called transform. In this transform, lowercase, uppercase, and capitalize each word. So we want to apply this step. Just keep an eye before I click on this one. Just keep an eye here. Source, navigation, change type. You're not done anything all this. Like automatically it is showing it. But however, once I click on this capitalize each word, once I click on it, it is showing that capitalize each word, nothing but the new step has been added here. And here all these employee names are showing in the proper case. Correct? Yeah. So now we want to split this data. Before I splitting, right click. I'll take a duplicate column. Once I click on duplicate column, same column is duplicated. Multiple times you can duplicate, no problem. Why I duplicated is because because I want to keep that source data as it is, and beside I want to have that split. Nothing but Rohit Sharma should be here, and then here it should show Rohit and Sharma, and so on. So I'll select this entire column, right click. Now we need to split it. So you see the split column by delimiter. Once I click on this by delimiter, there are many options that were showing actually. I'll do it one more time. Right click, split column by delimiter. There is many options. Um, these many options you don't find it in Excel. Good thing is this doing the delimiter one is not new to us. We have done this many times in Excel, right? Same thing, you can use it and more than that. Many advanced features are available. Digit to non-digit, non-digit to digit, number characters. There are so many options. Let me click on by delimiter. Once I click on the delimiter, delimiter means what? Word to word, it will separate by using that character, the special character. It can be space, it can be underscore, it can be hyphen, it can be anything. So luckily it understood our delimiter, the delimiter Rohit Sharma. In between the delimiter is a space, right? So that's what it is understood and taken that delimiter as a space. If anytime it is selected wrongly, you can go here, you can select colon, comma, whatever it is. If none of them, If none of this, all the six, then you can select that custom and you can write it whatever you want, whatever the delimiter it is. But here it is a space. I'll select that space. And in this, while you're splitting also, there is many options. Leftmost delimiter, rightmost delimiter, each occurrence of the delimiter. So all these options are available. So by default, it is a each occurrence of the delimiter. So I selected that each occurrence of the delimiter. I'm going to click OK. Nothing but it is going to split column by delimiter. Once I click OK, now you see this, all these employee names, Rohit Sharma is showing as Rohit and Sharma here. Whereas here is showing here and here null. Oh, reason why it's showing that null? Reason, if you see this VVS Lakshman, it is splitted into VVS Lakshman. Whereas for Rohit Sharma, David Warner, it will be only first name and last name, right? So that is the reason. So this is fine. So just now we done this split columns, right? That's the step it is applied here. Split column by delimiter. After splitting into delimiter, split column by delimiter, it is done some automatically change data type. The data type will get changed. So remember that this option is nothing but applied steps. Whatever the action you do, everything will be applied here. It's just like a macro. If you're aware about the VBA macros, in VBA macros in Excel, we have an option called record macro. So whatever the steps you do, it will be recorded. Everything will be recorded. If you copy paste, drag down, drag up, scroll, everything will be recorded. Similarly, here you have the, this will automatically apply the steps. So what is the good thing about this applied steps is going forward in your Excel file which you are connected, if any data is newly added or deleted, whenever you click on the refresh here, it will get updated. You need not to do all the steps again. It will apply all the steps and give the final output to you. This is only one time we are creating this. So going forward, just refresh is enough. Okay. So see this. If you want, I'll change this header name. I'll change it to first name, something like this. Enter. So as I change the column name, it is showing that renamed columns. If you want to change the this query, this is a Power Query, so I'll write it as QRY query underscore split employee name, something like this. Enter. Now whatever we have connected to Excel, we transform as per our requirement. Then once I'm done, like you see this, we are in the untitled Power Query editor. Remember, this Power Query editor is a part of the nothing but this Power Query is a part of the Power BI itself. If you click on this close and apply, directly you can click it, otherwise there is a down arrow key is here. Once you click on this down arrow, you have option close and apply, apply and close. If let's click on this first option called close and apply. In the later examples, I'll be telling you what is apply, what is close. I'll click on this close and apply. Close and apply means close this Power Query editor and load it to this Power BI. Close this Power BI query, Power Query. Once I click on this query, close and apply, that Power Query editor is closed and it is loaded all the data. It is loading all this apply query changes. It is doing into this Power BI, Power BI desktop. Oh, where is the files then? Where is the data, not file, sorry. Here, if you see this, you don't see any data which we loaded. If you want to see the data, go to this data view. There are three views: visualization view, a data view, and modeling view. Earlier, it used to call as a shape. But okay, fine. I'll click on this data. Once I click on the data, you can see what are the changes we have done. You see this? Rohit Sharma, all this data it is showing here. Correct? This is our query. So this is how we got all the data from Excel to this Power BI. Of course, there is if you want, you can do some visualization also here. Just for the simple example sake, like what I can do is these are the visualization part in the Power BI. In the visualization, if I hover on it, it is called as a report view. In the report view, this is a canvas, white canvas here. So right side you will have the visualization and fields, and also there is something called filters also. So using this visualization, you can create the different charts, different graphs. our map. It can be many things. Even there are new things. Um, our Python script also you can write. Otherwise, custom visuals also you can create. Many things we can do. So just see this. I'll go here. This is our data query, split employee names and all. So if I enable this employee name, can you see this? All the first names or the last name, whatever. It is showing all of the names here. I think this is first. I'll take all the first names. You see this first name? I'll select that first name. All the first names it is showing. If you want to see the full name as well, I think this is the first column. So it is showing the full name as well, like this. Of course, this is not a really we don't want to see this table like this. Just for your understanding purpose, after loading, you can visualize it. So fine. What exactly I'll do is in this Excel file, I'll go back. We have Kushi is our last name. I want to add another name. I'll add another name. Three names has been added here. Three names have been added. Like fine. I'll save this file. I close it. Once I go back to Power BI, if I go to this data, you see up to Kushi only, but there is no other three names, right? So what you need to do is go to Home ribbon. You simply click on the refresh. Once you click on the refresh, it is got refresh. What are the steps you have done in the Power Query Editor? All the steps are performed quickly, and now it is showing that newly added names as well. You see this Jayasri, Prasad, Radha, all these names are showing, and it is splitted as well. Jayasri, Prasad, Kumar, and so on. Is this clear to all up to here? Yes and no? Let me see the reviews. Okay, okay, thank you. Yeah. So let's take few more examples. I'll go back to my raw data. Like here, another requirement I'll ask you. Like this is also related to split itself. Here, understand this. I have some name like this. Tim underscore Cook underscore some ID. What I mean is here it is an employee name I have, and also their account ID, account number, or whatever you call it, and their salary. Let's assume three different categories: employee name, some number, account number, or whatever you call it, and then their salary. All these three columns are in the one place, one column itself, but we want to split all these three columns. I mean, this data needs to split it into three different columns. Each category should be in the different columns, right? All the employee names in one column, and their account number in another column, and third column should be salary. That's how it should be. Again, you may say the text to columns, but I am not going to use this text to columns in Excel. We want to work with the Power BI. So let's get connected. So right now we have the data of some 18,000 records, 18,149. But in future, it may be keep adding the new data. No problem, just refresh should work, right? So let me close this file. I'll go back to Power BI. So within this Power BI, I can load another data set, no problem. So here, how to get the data? Like home ribbon, Excel. We want to get the data again Excel, right? If it is not Excel, if it is something else, you can go to this get data, click on the drop down. You see that you can get the data again. There's common data sources they are giving Excel. There are many options are giving. But if you click on this more, if you click on this more, it will give another dialog box where you can give you can search for the different applications. Otherwise, you can search it here also. We are searching for the Excel, right? I'll type that Excel application, Excel. Put SQL, I'll type the SQL. If it is a web, you type the web. See that you can connect to web and so on. Fine. The one which I'm looking for is Excel. So I can click on this Excel. You can also see that all file, database, Power Platform, Azure, online sources, and so on. Earlier, you can connect to Facebook also. So these are the different places where you can connect. SAP also, like SharePoint, Salesforce, Google Analytics. There are many places. Microsoft will keep adding the new connections every now and then. Every month you'll have a new update in the Power BI. So I'll go back to all. In this all, Excel is here. I'll select that application name called Excel and click on the connect. Once I click on connect, it is taking the previously given that path. Yeah, in this path only I have the another file which I want to work. I'll select it. If it is not this place, if it is somewhere else, you select that place, whether it is a desktop or the documents, wherever it is. Select it and click on the open. Once I click on open, now you see the split data task. So here, again table, once you click on it, all the table data is showing, and if it is a sheet one, in the sheet one also look like same data. But as I told you, in the sheet, it will load all the other data also if it is. So right now you may not have, but in future you may add the other data, right? So even you add it, I don't want to load this table itself. So whenever it is a table, select the table. So I'll enable this checkbox. Then I can click on the transform data. I told you that don't click on this load. If you click on the load anytime, you see this. Let me click on this load directly. Once I click on the load, what exactly happens, you'll get to know. This is our Power BI desktop, right? So in this data view, once I click on the data view, you see this table one. This is a table. All the tables are showing here. This table one, oh, it is showing all this data. Actually, what we want to split this data into three different columns. And also source data also should be there. But only the source data is showing, it is not splitted, right? So, so that is the reason. Don't click anytime load. Instead, you click on the transform data. After doing all the transform, you can load it back by clicking the close and apply. No problem. We are done this loading, right? Without doing any transformation. What you can do is in this data view, click on this table one, and you can click on the transform data. Do you remember? Instead of clicking on the transform data at the time of load, we are loaded directly. Now we want to transform the data. So I'll click on the transform data and select that option called transform data. Once you click on the transform data, it is showing this all the tables. I don't want to work on the table 6, not this. I want to work on with this table 1. So I have selected this. So I want to have the source data also, right? So first of all, I'll take a copy, duplicate column. So it is duplicated. Now I want to hear from you. People who learn this technique today, only those people please answer it. I'm going to unmute. Um, you can unmute, guys. You can unmute and you can give the answer. You tell me what exactly needs to be done in this case. I told you what is my requirement. So people who are learned today, like they can answer it. So what I need to do?
Delimiter by underscore.
Okay, delimiter by underscore. Fine. So how to apply the delimiter?
Right click,
Okay, right click on this column,
split column,
split column
delimiter,
by delimiter. Yes.
uh, select underscore.
Yeah.
In
Before I selected,
customize.
actually automatically it understood that custom underscore itself it is given. Yeah, the
Okay,
delimiter name
you
is
can
correct.
give the okay.
So okay. So Lakshmi, I think saying we need to click OK. Guys, do I need to click on OK? Yes or no?
If click,
Yes, yes.
then it will divide the employee name in multiple columns.
If you see this,
Yes.
Lakshman VVS or Mahendra Singh Dhoni, you take it. What is going to happen? What we want,
It will
all the
split
names in
in
the one
multiple
column,
columns.
all the names in one column, account number in another column, and salary in the another column.
Rightmost
Guys, please be on
delimiter.
mute. People who are not speaking. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you can
each
send
appearance of the
right
delimiter is
most
not going
to
to work.
Rightmost.
Okay. Rightmost. Okay.
Rightmost means only one salary part only we can divide.
Okay, yeah, let it be. Let me click on this. Okay, you see this? All the salaries are here, correct?
Yes.
If you want, you can rename. Otherwise, all the renaming part we'll do it later. So this is all our salaries. This is fine. So what I need to do now?
Again,
Again,
again we have to
account
split.
number
Yes, once again I need to do it. Right click, split column
down.
by delimiter, and again here rightmost delimiter, not the each occurrence. If I do that each occurrence, this Mahendra Singh Dhoni will shows as a Mahendra Singh Dhoni, right? But we want only that account part needs to be separated. So rightmost delimiter we have taken. Before I click OK, you tell me if I click on the leftmost delimiter, what is going to happen?
First name only separated.
Okay. All the first name will be in the one column, and remaining all, the remaining all means that middle name, last name, and account number will be in another column. Correct?
Hmm.
No, no, no. Only
Yes.
account. We take
Only,
leftmost.
yeah, we don't want this leftmost delimiter. You can give a try, you'll get to know. So we want to have the rightmost delimiter, only rightmost one. This is the rightmost one. For this is the rightmost. For the Mahendra Singh Dhoni, this is the rightmost. That value will be separated into one column, and remaining all will be in the
Same
left side
column.
column, right? Yeah. So let me click OK. Now you see this Tim Cook, David Warner, and so on. It is showing all in the left side, and right side is the all our account numbers. Now, if you want, you can change it. I'll call it as a full name. Here is the account ID, account number, and this one is salary. Yeah. So these are the actually, if you see this, these are the called as the data types ABC, nothing but text. Here also ABC. Here 1 2 3, that is the whole numbers. Here salary 1 2 3, nothing but whole numbers. If you want, you can go here, you can change the data types. That I'll talk later, but understand that each column will be having the different data types um, based on the data inside of it. This Power Query automatically will change the data type of it. It will apply appropriate data type. But if anytime if it is not applying the proper data type, we can change it to that correct one. For example, this account number, I'm not going to do any aggregation on it. I'm not going to do any sum or average of the account numbers. So what I can do, I can go here 1 2 3. There's a number I can click. Let me click on the text. There is a data type called text. Once I click on the text, it is converted that account number as a text. It means that in the visualization part, if you're doing any calculation nothing but some average, some aggregations, it won't apply on the aggregate on the account number. Reason, we converted it as a text. Whereas the salary one, obviously you can average, you can find the max, min, all these things. So here is a data, and we transformed it. All the steps are showing here. What are the steps we have done? All the steps are showing here. Applied steps we call it. And here I can rename URY query underscore.
Hello, Santi.
Yes.
Before splitting, account number consists trailing zero, and when we split, right? So it will be trailing zero, or it will be more.
You're saying that account number was trailing zero, it was containing?
Yes, start in the beginning.
Is it so?
If it's so, then
If
all
it is so, it will consider like let me go here. I guess you see this? There is no trailing zeros.
if it's available, it's
If
there.
it is so, if it is converting to whole number, that whole number, what it will do? It will left side value, like let's there is noise. Yeah, left side there are two zeros, 00999. It will show as a 999 itself, but not the 00999 because that is a whole number. So what you can
Mhm.
do is instead of converting, actually it is doing the change type, right? Here it is changing the type as a text. or like a, what do you call that, like a whole number, all the types it is changing. So that type we can change it, so that you'll have the trailing spaces as well, I mean zeros as well. Okay, that is
So in
the
the
M
first
query
step, it
changes we
will
need to
not.
do.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Please see this example.
yeah, we'll be sharing this file with you, China, and everyone. Fine. So
So,
here,
one question.
yes, yes,
What if we want the full name in one column or one cell and without any underscore?
Replace we have to do.
Like VVS Lakshman, we don't want it in different columns, just
Mhm.
together, Lakshman VVS. But there should not be any underscore, only space.
oh, you can replace simply. Right click. There is option called find and replace. In Excel, what we do, Control H, find and replace. Here you can see where is that option? Replace. Yeah, replace values. Right click, replace values. Uh, oh, it is saying something. Insert step. Are you sure you want to insert a step? Inserting a intermediate step. What do you mean by intermediate step? Actually, there are multiple steps are available, right? So in that in between, I'm applying. So are you sure? Do you want to do it here itself? Sometimes it may cause the. Sometimes it will break the query. That's what it's saying. No, I don't want to do it here. I'll go here to last step. Then I'll apply the step. Right click and replace values. Now it is not giving any that dialog box. Now the replace values is showing. Find what? I want to find underscore, and I want to replace with the, what do you want? Space, Misha?
Yes, just space.
I'll use just space. I click OK. Now can you see this? All the data is
Oh,
showing as a
okay.
space now. But I would have done
Okay.
this like I mean, here it is showing the Tim Cook one more time, like Tim underscore Cook and all. So what I can do is I'll close this. What did you observe? Like what are the steps I had done? I can close that step as well. Nothing but many times we do something, and if you want to undo, Control Z, right? So similarly here you can
Mhm.
click the close button so that that step will be closed. If you want, you can do it once again, that new step or whatever. So what I do is I'll select these two columns. Now right click, replace values. I want to replace that values in the two columns. So selected the two columns. I'll give this underscore. I want to replace with the space. I'll give this space or underscore, comma, anything, any delimiter you can give. I'll click OK. Now you see this all done here. But these names
Right.
will be shown
Okay.
in the proper case. So I'll select this two columns similar way, right click and transform, capitalize each word, right? You see that, capitalize each word. Earlier we replace the values. Earlier, if you click on the first step, if you click on this first step, um, I mean, it was taking the data from the Excel tables and all, so that is the reason it is showing the table, the navigation. Automatically, it will do this changes. This is what the data it was earlier. So after this, what we have done, duplicated the column, right? It is duplicated, then split columns by delimiter, step by step. Whatever you have done, everything is here. You can read it. And if anytime if you want to rename this as per your requirement, this change type, like I'll go here, double click, you can rename. Just double click, otherwise right click or rename. You can rename columns. Something I can write. So every step, every step is taking the previous step as a reference and working on it. If you see this replace columns by me, something I written, right? If you go here in the change type in the formula bar, of course this is not a right time to show you what I mean, but however just high level I'm telling you. um, Change type 3, actually it is taking the reference of the previous one, renamed columns by me. That name it is taking the reference and doing some changes. And if I go to this replace value, this is taking the reference of change type, the step name we can call the step name reference it is taking and doing something. And it is replacing the text and capitalize each word. All this query, it will write it on its own. You can compare with the VBA recording in Excel VBA recording. So similar to it, and it is more powerful than that. In the VBS steps, like a record macro, you can record it, but you cannot undo. But here, yes, we can undo as well, and we can do some changes. Replace values. Earlier, I replaced with the underscore with the space. No, no, not space. This time, I want to replace with the at the rate. Yes, you can write that at the rate and click OK. You see this, wherever it is a underscore, it is replaced with the underscore. Sorry, wherever wherever it is a space, I can replace with the at the rate like this. But no, let it be underscore should be space itself. I'll do this. This way you can work and capitalize each word. So, and close and apply. If I click on just apply, earlier in the earlier example, I shown you that close and apply. Close and apply means what? Close this Power Query editor and apply the data to Power BI. That's what it means. If I click on this apply, it will apply data to Power BI. But however, you're still in the Power Query editor itself. That's what it means. If I click on this apply, yes, it will be applied. Query apply query changes. Like you see this, you're still in the Power Query editor itself. If you want to close this one, you can go here, and if I click on the close, now everything is applied, right? So now you can click on this close. Close nothing but this Power Query editor will be closed. Once I click on close, not Power BI is closed. Power Query is closed. So this is how all the data here now. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So this data, if you want, you can go back. Let's say I want to see overall how much I'm paying. Total net salary I want to see, not by employee names. Just I want to see by total amount how much I'm paying. To see this, I'll go to this split column, another one, like you have salary column, right? If you see, there are total 4 columns: full name, full data, that account number and salary and all. So for salary, you see that summation symbol, nothing but you can do aggregation on it, correct? This is a symbol, right? You can do calculation on it. Whereas this account number also would have shown that summation symbol. Reason why it is not showing? Can you tell me why it is not showing that account number also is number, right? Why it is not showing?
It is in text
We gave
format.
a text format.
Yes, we converted it into text format. So these small things we need to take in care. Otherwise, by mistakenly, our end user may select like this. I mean, they may do some aggregation on it. So that is not correct. Of course, they can see the data in it. They can count. They can count here. All these functions can be done, but not the sum. Fine. Let me select this. Just I'm not selected. I have not selected any of the visualization. I clicked in the blank canvas place and I'm selecting the salary. Once I click on this salary checkbox, let me drag this one. Some chat it is given, some chat on over of it. Salary it is showing overall the sum of salary it is showing it some crores of rupees. That's okay. Instead of showing as a column like this, no, I don't want this. There is something called card. Can you see that 1, 2, 3 numbers? It will shows like that card. Once I click on this card, it is showing that 997 millions. M stands for millions. But we Indians, we don't want to see in the millions. We want to see that exact number, whatever it is. Then you need to go to this format. As name says, it is a formatting. Like I want to format it, right? Instead of showing in the millions, I want to show it in the thousands, 90K, 50K. Otherwise, I want to show that complete whatever the number it is, exact number I want to show it. So go to this format. Once I go to this format, here, the data label, in the data label, display units. Right now, the units are showing automatically. Instead of automatic, I'll click on the, if I click on the thousands, you see that in thousands it's showing. No, I want exact number. You select this none. Once I click on that none, it is showing this much salary we are paying to all my employees. Some other formatting, many other formatting you can do, like background color you can change, this font size you can increase. There are so many things which can be done. This color you can change. You see that that color is showing in this now, whatever. So all that are related to formatting. There, those are very simple one and information related. Just it related to your memory. Or you need not even remember, like just you need to go to format and what are the changes you're looking for. High level, it will be there. Like if you click on this drop down, it will be shows all the options inside of it. If you click on revert to default, you've done some changes but you did not like it, you want to go back, you need not to doing again reverse one. You can simply click on the revert to default. Once I click on revert to default, it is showing the default one again. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So now I'll show you how to download this Power BI. Just type Power BI free download. You'll find there's a download Microsoft Power BI desktop. Once you click on it, you can click Microsoft Power BI desktop, select language. By default, it is English. Click on the download. So what are the system requirements? Windows 10, yes, you can. Windows 7 also, yes. Windows 8, all this operating systems, yes, you can download. Uh, Automatically, it will take whether it is 64-bit or 32-bit. So click on the download one, so it will get downloaded. So I'll give this link in the chat box. I suggest like tomorrow class, you please ready with the downloaded file so that I'll be giving some files and I'll ask you to work on it as well. Few tasks. Chat box. I'm giving it. Yeah, I'll be sharing that PPT slides as well. Instead of PPT, I'll be sharing the PDF file. Yeah, we'll be sharing the video recording as well.
Yeah, video recording. Can you share that?
Yeah. It will take some time to convert. Like I'll be sharing it. So how to connect with us is like what you do is